the simple Java class. To read these files, we are using the property file handler, and there are two methods: load property file and the read property file. If you want, there's another method to write properties. To driver initialize, before the driver initialize, do we read the config property file to get the browser as well as the path of home driver. So that initialize part we done in the construct of this base class. To find the construct. Within this constructor, I initialize the property file reader. There is an inbuilt method to get first one, the load property file. Load property file. The load property file, I give the path of my property file and paste. The property file name. As exception, we have to give the try catch. Okay. Then we really load the property file. Then we initialize our web driver. To initialize web driver, I check my browser type. To check my browser type, I read my config property browser key and get the value of browser. Dot. And read property. My key will keep the browser. Double pass the key, and I check equals to the Chrome. If it is equal to the Chrome, then we have to initialize my Chrome driver. Chrome driver, I give access. Chrome driver. Okay. This is the way to initialize the web driver. And import the Chrome driver. I initialize the driver, and other things is the maximizer driver. Each driver, driver timeout, delete cookies, as well as the open the URL, and the driver dot manage. . This method used to maximize the driver and used for the delete cookies. And I define the timeout. I define the implicit timeout, implicit wait, time 50 seconds, and the time unit I can give the second, the second. And I will open the URL, get method to open URL. We have read that URL, get URL from my config file. So we use the property file read a method. Okay. We define the common method in the test base class. This is our start method, as well as every test cases we need to start the driver as well as the close the driver. So we define the driver close method. So in here, method. I create all the method and the variable as a static because we can access these methods and variables in my Java classes without creating an object. That's why I create all the methods and variables as a static. Okay, then we create the test base class. Then I move to the another level. It is our pages. In pages, we have these demos. I will hope to automate this click login function. When I click on my account and the login, then re-navigate to login page, I username and password. Click on the login, then re-navigate to the page, and I verify the account page. Okay, so I create the three pages page and the account page. Okay, now I will create first page, home page. When I I will create the login page and the account page. Within classes, I will define all the web element and the web action related to that pages. Before find this web element, yeah, this is a child classes. So we extend the parent class. My parent class is test-based class. Yeah, I extend the class. Then I define the web element. Normally, I using to define web element, use the web element and give the name, something, and the driver dot find element by dot xpath or something. Can get the xpath by clicking and inspect. You can find your xpath. And copy your and copy xpath. This is the way to get your xpath. Okay. But in the automation framework, this is the correct way to get the web element. But in the automation framework, we are using the find method because we are at find page object model approach. So we use the page at find method. Like this is the way to initialize the web element in the page object model. Both are same, but in the framework level, we are using the find method. So we are initialize the web driver, web elements. Then we have to initialize the feature file. Before initialize the feature file, we have to get the connection interconnected with this web element with the driver, because in this method we are not using driver. To interconnect the driver, I use I get the constructor of this class. And the constructor. Within this constructor, we will use the inbuilt method called page factory init. This is the way to initialize the driver in the page object model. We have to pass the two values. One value is the driver values, and the page. Normally, I use the same page, so I replace the name as the these. When I click on the driver, to navigate to our driver test-based class. So this home page now interconnect driver is interconnected with the base class. Okay. Then I write the features. In the home page, first feature is we have to click on the My Account button, this one, and click on the Login button. So I get the both web element for the element value for both login and the My Account, and I define it here. Then I write the public. I'm features count. I create the home page type return type method, because when I click on the My Account, it's not re-navigate to another page. It's in the same page, so I use the home page return type method. In this method, I click and return it. Okay. Then the login. Right. But when I click on the login button, it will navigate to the login page. So we have to return the login page object. So I then return new login page object. So we are defining all the elements and web element web pages for the login page also. Okay. Define all the web element related to the login page. As define the constructor public login page. Yeah. The page we will have to enter the username, password, and click on the login button. So we write separate method for set these values. Method to set username. To send the value to text box, we use the send key. So we store that value, username and password, in this property file. The name, username, the username and password. What I was storing my property file. So I get that value. This is property file handler. dot dot property I set my value for the password. Then use the same key. After click the login button, it will navigate to the account page. So we need to return the login account page object. So I define this method as account with account page. I click on login button, click it. Then I return new account page object. Now we are define all the web element and web action related to the login page. Then is the other page is the account page. Then all the pages are extended from test base class. And define my account page constructor. Create the page factory. And we need to validate our user title. So I use a string type method because this value is string value. Return the string value. Verify. We want to get the web element values, so we use get text method to get the value of web element. I store that value to the string variable and I return that value. So now we are write the all we are define the all web elements and the web in a page layer. Why I will write the test case to the execute this test layer. I make this as a demo test. Okay, this is my test layer. Previously I explained all these test classes are extend from the base class. I extend class. Previously I told all the test entry annotations and the concepts we are use within this test case test class. There are several test case annotation before method, after method, at test. To execute the code we are using the at test. It's like our main Java public static void main, like that. Before execute test case, we have to initialize our web driver. So use the void setup class. This is the class. This is our before method. Use the before method annotation. Or execute all the test classes. This class will execute. This method will execute. So this method we are using. This we are using the setup class that define in the property file. Okay. Startup class. This is startup class. We are initialize the web driver. To initialize the web driver, using the property file, we need the property file reader. To get the property file reader, we have to call the our test base constructor. To call the test base constructor, I use the demo test constructor and use super keyword. And I click super, call the test base class constructor. Okay, then I start up my driver. After the executing all the our web driver, so we tear down. Tear downs are defined in after method. The method we okay, this is a close driver. Then I will write the test case. Normally we are write the test case. This one under the at test annotation. Yes. To my test cases, I will automate the login success login page scenario. So I need the login all these three classes. So I define these three classes objects. Account page equal account null and the home page home equal null and the login page. Login import count. These objects are initialized within our before method counting. I initialize all the object within the before method. Okay, then I write the test cases in the home page. I'm going to click on the home page. I can show my methods. First, I click the account, then I click the login button. Okay, this is my in the then test case will navigate to the login page. Then we in the login page we will have to enter our username. We have to set username and set password and click on the login button. That's the method. See the account page. When I click on the account page, when we click on the login page, it will navigate to the account page. I will show. This is my username. Okay, this is my okay. This navigate to the account page. I will verify this demo user. So I store this message in the value. So I need to verify that value. So I use the asset. I use the asset equal to actual value. We get the return value from the account page. Verify title, that's the expected value. This is actually this is my actual value. I expected value. I can read from the property file. Too long to type. Copy and paste. Store as a message. Okay. Now I find my test case. Let's execute and see what will happen. I think right click on the test case and run as testng test. Okay. It will get a several time on the server for the task. Need to set up JT. and as configuration. I get the error. Let's see what is the error. What is the error? Error. The test base class. Okay. Home and I will mute again. Path error. And now my drive is open and type the URL, visualize window, then type the URL. We'll get fine because my internet connection is not stable. Within the page. Click on my account button and the login button, enter username and password, navigate to the user. Our test case is passed. This is the test result. The test reporting, we are using the inbuilt SNG test report features. We are not create a separate package or folder for the package or folder or write a separate code for test result generation. We are not using. We use this test. Now I use only the test NG test report, inbuilt test report. This is the demo to create the automate the web application and how to create the test framework using the page object model design and how to use our Java knowledge and the test engine knowledge as well as the Maven knowledge within that framework. That's all. If you have any question, please ask. I think I got more than 1 hour. Madam, Madam.
Yes, Oshadhi.
Are there any questions they can ask?
Yes, now the QA sessions open. If you have any questions, you can ask from her. Are there any questions to ask? Are there anything to discuss with her?
Okay, I want to know about that how we test this kind of thing with mobile for the mobile applications.
Okay, to testing the mobile application, we use using the language called Appium. Then we can integrate with the Appium or, also within that framework. If you are interested, I can do another. I can do another section about the Appium test automation. Appium is an open source language like Selenium. We use normally in industrial, we use the Appium to test automation, mobile test automation. But we use the same concept, only change the test automation framework. We are using the same test base class and the page classes, as well as the test classes, data, test data files. All the things are same, but the language is only the different the language. In the UI automation, we are using the Selenium. In mobile automation, we are using the Appium.
Are there anything to discuss? Okay, then Oshadhi, we will end up this session.
Okay, if you have any question, please text me. Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thank you very much for giving your valuable time for us.